Ladies and gentlemen, players and all your women friends, gather round. This is a feeling you may not get again. Never has there been a clique with this much intelligence. We stick together cause family matters like Eddie wins. Low, LOL, that's just a jokey joke. Soufsyde Records is dope though, don't overdose. And yeah, we in the fight for the belt, but you gotta know the ropes. Playing in the key of life, you gotta know the notes. So everybody gather round. We finna party like it ain't no moment after now. Savage, man, ride with me. You're now rocking with Cory Savage, Soufsyde Records, Our House Entertainment, Zoo the Game, 1987. And everybody else who you rocking with, we now
Alright, man, so man, tell me how did Soufsyde Records start, man?
Soufsyde Records started actually back when I was in high school, man. I went to a Catholic high school, a Catholic elementary school as well, Holy Family Elementary, Holy Family High School, we actually started then, you know what I mean, just like rocking in the hallways, and I remember specifically this teacher we had, Sister Jackie, she gave us an assignment to do a project and talk about Jacob and Esau, or different stories in the Bible. We chose to talk about Jacob and Esau. It was me and my partner Rob, who later on, you know what I mean, was very, very instrumental in helping to start Soufsyde Records. But that's basically when it started. Later on, in 2004, my brother and I was playing around, you know what I mean? And we used to go back and forth to Tuscaloosa, messing with DJ Stickerbush and DJ Alley Cat, you know what I'm saying? And they was making beats for us, and we basically just started from there.
Alright, man, so you produce and you also write, so tell me, what was your first passion, man?
Honestly speaking, my first passion was producing. Now, I wasn't necessarily producing, like, I didn't have no equipment, nothing like that. I was making beats. Actually, I think maybe in the 6th, 7th grade, I was a beatboxer with this dude named Willie Zinnerman. I forget what his name was. I think it was Jam Master Will or something like that. And I was a human beatboxer. And I was beatboxing for him. He was like the man as far as, you know, in our elementary school, you know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing, and I was making beats, you know what I mean, with him and beatboxing, you know, making beats on tables, and just pretty much, if I could make a sound off something, I was doing that. So, I mean, I started off making beats, you know what I mean, and then later on, I started playing keyboards, and I used to get keyboards every Christmas, and I used to get in a lot of talent shows, and I won a talent show. Me and a dude named Thomas Bell, we won a talent show playing Push It, and you know we was really into it. Push It by Salt-N-Pepa, Push It. So we was, I mean, you know, it was real fun. And later on, I just started getting into just the whole music vibe. I always been a fan of hip hop, but just getting into the whole music vibe, and but I'd say the first time people really heard me like on wax doing music, it was through rap. It was in the hip hop form as far as me. I started rapping. I put rap on wax first. I make my beats, my hip hop beats for rappers. I make them for artists. I do my breakdowns a certain kind of way. I make it to where the artist is able to become an instrument his or herself. So yeah, that's what I got into first, man. I just love music in its whole. So beat making was first, rapping was second, and rapping got me recognized.
What's your definition for hip hop?
Well, it's definitely more than music. Hip hop is a way of life. Man, hip hop is graffiti. Hip hop is the type of shoes you wear. Hip hop is your clothes, your attire. Hip hop is the way you carry yourself. It's your lingo. Hip hop is my life. Hip hop is a whole lot of other people's lives. You know what I mean? Hip hop at Soufsyde Records.
All right, Kudzu is your next project. You know, very interesting name. So tell us, you know, about the choice and using this for your album.
First, I think that the choice came from me just remembering. I recall a lot of things me growing up, and my father was married a couple of times, but his second wife used to work for this magazine, and the title of the magazine was Kudzu, and it was very interesting to me then. So I asked him, you know, what it meant. He explained to me what Kudzu was. I came to find out that it was a vine and as I researched it being grown, I found out that this vine is very interesting, and it grows like a foot a night in the right temperature, and it's just real interesting, man. It's a very controlled plant, and basically the reason I used it for a title of my album is because it's intriguing, and my purpose was to symbolize growth. I feel like I've grown, you know what I mean, as an artist, and that was pretty much my reasoning for using Kudzu as my title.
This song is dedicated to all females that are taking care of a grown man. Yeah. Pretty girl, overweight, big bone, but cute face. Never really had a boyfriend, except in the 8th grade, but he ain't count. He was dumb, she was small, straight A's. Mama told her, don't you worry about a boy at that age. And mama right,
and it was inspired by so many women. Like, I won't say that I just know a bunch of women that's going through this, but it was basically inspired by trying to talk about something that a lot of people don't touch on, you know, obviously, and just trying to, like Pop kind of gave us the blueprint back in the days. He said if you rap to the females, then of course the guys are gonna follow suit. So that was the reasoning behind You Got It Made, man. And of course, you know, it was inspired from a particular situation that I encountered. You know, I mean, even taking parts out of my own life. You know what I mean? I've been frank in certain situations, and I've met old girls, you know what I mean, in certain situations, and I know a lot of cats that have been frank as well. So, you know, that was pretty much my reasoning for doing that, and just the whole blues vibe of it was you know, that was just me giving my ode to the South as well, you know what I mean. So, just a little something that was different for me.
In the eves of the winters, I remember my stolen instrumentals, my pads and my pencils. Feeling like I never had a chance to be official, cause my city say I'm local, but my fans say I'm bigger. Damn, well look at here, isn't that quite the contradiction? How is it that I've been here, but I'm who the game is missing? Hold up, was it intention? Was this the way his vision? I managed all of this talent directly handed, and now I'm demanding all of these motherfuckers listen.
I heard this year, so what made you put this track together, man?
Oh man, just basically admiring all the MCs that's on it, and it will be a continuation because there's a lot of other cats that I got to get on there as well. But the inspiration from the track basically came from the beat. I made the beat. It was from the old OJ sample, Ship Ahoy. One of my favorite songs, one of my uncle's favorite songs. Reminded me a lot of him, and I made the beat, and the words just started flowing out, and it was and as I was making the beat and flowing, I was like, man, this will be. The beat had so many transitions in it, and I just felt like it'll be great, you know what I mean, to put some of my favorite cats on it, and as I was coming up with it, I just started thinking like, man, there's so many talented people in Alabama, you know what I mean, there's so many cats that spitting, you know what I mean, but it ain't like we can run 1,000 miles and can't get nowhere, so, you know what I mean, that was kind of like the inspiration behind that, and plus the old NWA joint, 1,000 miles and running, you know what I mean, kind of like a likening to that, so that was the inspiration behind 1,000 miles and done. Curiosity was inspired by a lot of things. Curiosity was inspired by, of course, the art of storytelling. I love telling stories, and you know, again, going back to females, like I said about the You Got It Made joint. It was pretty much, I made the beat again, old Aerosmith sample, the cadences and the drums just gave me a story feeling, and it just started flowing, man. And the reason I also made a joint on the album called Little Boy, that's on the Kudzu album, and I wanted to, and it's a story about a little boy that kind of goes bad, and I wanted to kind of do a liking this story with a female included. So pretty much, man, curiosity, and then I am still and used to be very curious about a lot of things, you know what I mean? Just bad. Curious is another way to say bad. And my grandma used to tell me a lot, boy, curiosity kill cats. So, you know, I just, it came back to me, man, and it felt good, and so I ran with it. Curiosity kill cats. How they can check out Kudzu, it'll be on iTunes. I have snips on what's the site, man? Rhapsody, Amazon. You know, pretty much all the web avenues. You can get it from my hand to your hand. You catch me at some of these shows, I'll always have a copy of it. When you can check it out, get it on January 15th is the release date. Kind of playing with that. It may be a couple weeks after. It might be. You know, I don't know, we playing with that, but January 15th is the release date. Why? Oh man, why? Because if you really into good hip hop music, man, it'll be a refreshing thing for you to do. It'll be like in 1987 when Nintendo's, Nintendo went out. When you got your first Atari, and it was the thing, you know what I mean? And you ain't think you was gonna get it for Christmas, you know what I'm saying? And your folks surprised you and got it past you and everything, hid it from you good. It'll be a very refreshing experience, you know what I'm saying? Kudzu, if you into hip hop, then grow with it, you know what I'm saying? There will be a sequel.
Today there are more African Americans in under correctional control, whether in prison or jail, on probation or on parole, than there were enslaved in 1850. More African American men are disenfranchised now because of felon disenfranchisement laws than in 1870.
Forgive us, Father, but we know not what we doing. But we know about Mercy Alago, PSA with the matching Louis. What you know about popping bottles, and what you know about packing toolies. We don't know about Bloody Sunday, but we know about Taste of Tuesday. At the club